Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. On Monday morning, as the cameras rolled and the studio lights bathed the set in their usual glow, viewers noticed something odd. The coffee was steaming, Hoda was smiling, the banter was warm, but there was no Jenna. No announcement, no explanation, just an empty space beside Hoda Copt where Jenna Bush Hager, co-host of Today with Hoda and Jenna, usually laughed, teased, and brought the kind of heartfelt energy that made mornings a little brighter. Speculation erupted faster than a trending hashtag. Was she sick? On vacation? A family emergency? Viewers flooded social media, eager for answers, but finding none. But the truth behind Jenna's sudden and mysterious disappearance wasn't what anyone expected. Let's rewind 3 days. Jenna had just wrapped a Friday show when she received an envelope, creamy white, sealed with an unfamiliar wax insignia, a quill crossing a rose. Intrigued, she opened it. Inside was a handwritten note on parchment paper that read, "Your words have stirred more than hearts. They've awakened something ancient. You are invited to a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Pack lightly. Come alone. A car will arrive at 8:45 p.m. At first, she thought it was a joke, a prank, maybe even a weird book pitch. But something about the letter, the craftsmanship, the calligraphy, the weight of the moment, felt real. That night, curiosity outweighed caution. The black car arrived precisely on time. The driver didn't speak, only nodded. Jenna, more amused than alarmed, texted her husband and told him she was chasing a story. Half kidding, half not. Little did she know she was stepping into the greatest story she'd never get to report on air. The car drove through the city, out into the rolling hills beyond the Hudson River, stopping at a nondescript stone house hidden behind a grove of silver birch trees. Inside, candles flickered against ancient walls lined with books. Real books, first editions, unpublished manuscripts, stories never told. A woman stood in the center of the room, elegant, ageless, with eyes that had seen centuries. She introduced herself as the curator. You've inspired millions to read again, to love books. But some stories are too powerful to be read by just anyone. They must be earned and protected. Jenna was invited to join a secret literary society known as the Keepers of the Ink, an hidden order of storytellers, historians, and dreamers entrusted with the preservation of the world's most dangerous and magical narratives. Each member had to undergo a trial, not of strength, but of story, a test of imagination, empathy, and courage. Jenna, with her decades of writing, reading, and connecting with people, was a perfect candidate. For 3 days, she walked through rooms that changed with each tale told. A library that turned into a pirate ship, a memoir that opened into a mountain pass, a poem that became a door. She faced riddles that made her laugh and cry. She listened to voices long silenced. She wrote her own truths in ink that shimmered with stardust. And then, just as suddenly as she'd left, she was returned. Safe, whole, and forever changed. Today, Jenna Bush Hager is back beside Hoda. Her smile even warmer, her laughter a little deeper. She doesn't speak of where she went, not directly. But if you listen closely, her eyes seem to twinkle with secrets, and her stories carry just a hint of magic. So where was Jenna Bush Hager? Let's just say she was lost. In a good book. One that came to life. One that reminded her, and maybe all of us, that stories still hold the power to change the world.